Love You Forever by Robert Munch and illustrated by Sheila McGraw. This book is one of my favorite books because my mom read it to me getting ready for bed as a little girl. Today we are reading this aloud by the permission of Firefly Publishing Company. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old. And he ran all around the house. He pulled books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator. And he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, This kid is driving me crazy. Did you ever do things that would probably drive your mom and crazy growing up? I know I did. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet and she opened the door to his room and crawled the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. See that toilet paper? The kid must have pulled it out. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. Most of you are only 7, right? And he never wanted to come inside for dinner. He never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. Have your parents ever said they wanted to sell you to the zoo because you're just driving them crazy? My mom once said that. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Could you imagine your mom coming into your room and picking you up when you're 9 years old to sing this song to you? I don't think my mom would have done that. The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends. He wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. Oop. But at nighttime, guess what she did? We probably already know. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. This and looked up over the side of the bed. If he really was asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang. Sing along. I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. That teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. What do you think the mom's gonna do? Bet we already know what she's gonna do. You think she's gonna use that ladder to do what we think she's gonna do? We'll have to see. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened the bedroom window. She opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang. You can join me. I'll love you forever, I'll like you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. If she crawled across the floor from the bedroom window to look under the bed, don't you think the bed would be on the other wall? That's something I've always wondered about on this page. Okay, something different. Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. One day, she called up her son and said, You'd better come see me because I'm very old and sick. So her son came to see her. And when he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. But she couldn't finish. She was too old and sick. What do you think the son's going to do? He might. Let's see. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. How sweet. Would you rock your old mommy and sing a song to her when you're grown up? I might. My mom's not old enough for that yet. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Look at the kitty! Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The end.